Hi everyone, this is CA Samiksha Sethia. Welcome back to my channel. This is the 8th session of our Let's Update Audit series. These videos are for those students who are going to appear for the CA Intermediate examination in the May 21 examination and onwards. If you are new to this series, let me update you that we are covering the new concepts, the new questions and the examples and illustrations which have been added in the new study material. So if you have prepared using the old study material of the institute, if you have done self-study, or if you have not referred to the ICAI study material and you want to know what are the new changes, then these videos are for you. If you have not watched our previous sessions, I'll give the link of the playlist in the description box. वहाँ से जाके आप पहले के सारे sessions को देख सकते हैं. When I talk about the notes, if you want to download these notes, there's another link in the description box of this video. You can click on the link and download the notes of all the chapters. Chapter-wise notes have been uploaded, so you can download them and keep for your future reference. In this video, I am going to discuss with you the new concepts and examples which have been introduced in chapter number 8, that is analytical procedures. Okay, so let's start with our discussion. So a few examples and case studies have been added. Let's check them one by one. The first illustration, CA Amar wants to verify the payments made by XYZ Limited on account of building rent during the year 2021. The rent amounts to rupees 50,000 per month for the companies for the year. The monthly rental payments are consistent with the rent agreement. So rent agreement के हिसाब से 50,000 per month is the rent payment. However, the other companies in the similar industry are paying rent of rupees 10,000 per month for a similar location. How will applying the analytical procedures impact the verification process of such rental payments by XYZ Limited? So you know what the case study is all about? The case study is saying that although the amount that was recorded in the books of accounts of the company relating to rent, that is 50,000 rupees per month, although it was matching with the rent agreement, it was in agreement to what was given in the rent agreement, but still the other companies, the similar companies in the similar industry who were located in the similar location also, they were paying only rupees 10,000 per month as rent. So what analytical procedure actually does? Analytical procedure is nothing but comparison or evaluation of relationships. In this case, if the auditor compares the rent payment made by the client, by the auditee, and the rent payments made by similar companies in similar industries located in similar location, they may identify some inconsistency which may not have been otherwise identified. अगर मैं सिर्फ रेंट अग्रीमेंट को देख के और जो बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में लेजर्स में रिकॉर्ड हुए रेंट का अमाउंट उसको दोनों को टैली करती तो क्या मुझे ये इनकंसिस्टेंसी का पता चलता? Would have I identified this inconsistency? No. But if I compare the rent with similar companies, other companies, I identify some inconsistency. So that is what is given in the solution, that if CA Amar applies analytical procedures, that is compares the rent payment by XYZ Limited with the similar payments made by companies in similar industry and similar area. So basically it should be comparable. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि you know whatever you are comparing is not actually comparable only. You have to take the data of comparable units. He will notice an inconsistency in such rent payments as the other companies are paying a very less monthly rental in similar industry for the similar area. अगर उन्होंने analytical procedure नहीं apply किया होता तो this inconsistency would have remained undetected. Okay? चलो next illustration देखो. Analytical procedures involve analysis of relationship among financial and non-financial data. Explain with the help of an example as to how the statutory auditor of ABC Limited will analyze such relationship with respect to the total wages paid by ABC Limited during the financial year 2020. So this type of question can be asked in the examination, that how will you apply analytical procedure in practical circumstance in case of say wages, or in case of sales. So wages के case में, if a company is having say branches in various locations, then we can take the total number of workers from the payroll, कितने workers काम कर रहे हैं, and average wages for each worker. We multiply the total number of workers and the average wages paid to per worker, and we get the total wages. Now this estimate or approximation we compare with the actual figures. There may be certain variation, कुछ variation तो होगा ही, because we are taking just an approximate figure. But if there is any unusual fluctuation, any inconsistency which is not usual, in that case the auditor needs to investigate for the variances. So here what we are doing, we are establishing relationship between a financial data, that is average wages per worker is in terms of rupees, is a financial data. On the other hand, non-financial data is the total number of workers. So we are establishing a relationship between these two, and then we are comparing with the actual. So this way we are applying analytical procedure in the total wages. Clear? Okay. Next, see the next illustration. CA Brijesh, while verifying the travelling expenses of PRT Limited, may compare the travelling expenses of current year amounting to rupees 2.5 lakhs with the previous year travelling expense of PRT Limited amounting to rupees 2 lakhs. So previous year travelling expense 2 lakhs, this time 2.5 lakhs. So if you look at the mathematics, there's a 25% hike in the travelling expenditure. Now it may be normal that every year 25% expense is increasing because say travel is increasing for business expansion, or the expenditure is only increasing. तो इस वजह से 25% rise है. But what this CA can do, CA Brijesh, he can do a trend analysis. कि over the years, every year how much increase in travel expenditure is done. Is it every year, is it 25%, 20 to 25%, then it's all right. But if this 25% is unusual for this particular year, then he has to take some action. He has to perform other audit procedure in order to verify the same. Clear? चलो. Next देखो, this is relating to techniques available as substantive analytical procedure. तो techniques में आपको पता है trend analysis होती है, ratio analysis होता है, reasonableness test होता है. So basically examples of all these have been given. ट्रेंड एनालिसिस का क्या एग्जांपल है देखो. द ऑडिटर में कंपेयर द सैलरी पेड बाय द कंपनी ड्यूरिंग द ईयर अंडर ऑडिट विद द सैलरी पेड बाय द कंपनी फॉर सेवरल अर्लियर ईयर्स. There may be some percentage increase in the salary expense over the years. However, an unusual increase in such expense amount may indicate that fraudulent payments are being made to fake employees. अगर कुछ ज़्यादा ही salary increase दिख रहा है एक particular year में, you have to investigate for the same. क्या इतना नया हायरिंग हुआ था कि सैलरी एक्सपेंडिचर इतना बढ़ गया, और सम घोस्ट वर्कर्स और फेक वर्कर्स हैव बीन इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन द पेरोल in order to increase the expense and reduce the profits, right? So you have to investigate for the reason. Trend analysis means we are comparing the trend of the salary payments over the years. Next is ratio analysis. Very simple example, we can compare the gross profit ratio of the company with earlier years or with the gross profits of similar companies, right? Reasonableness test क्या होते हैं? Basically when a non-financial variable is being used in order to check the financials. For example, the relationship between interest and interest bearing obligations. How much amount of loan is there and how much interest is being paid for the same. The relationship between say GST and sales, output GST and the sales, relationship between input GST and sales. So इसको हम कहते हैं reasonableness test. कितने workers थे, कितना salary payment हुआ? Last year there were 100 workers, salary payment say was 50 lakhs. This time there were only 110 workers. 10 workers increased, but salary expenditure increased to say 80 lakhs. So it is not reasonable ना, number of workers 10 ही बढ़े, but salary expenditure 30 lakhs से बढ़ गया. So this is known as reasonableness test. Okay. Next, look at the correct and incorrect questions. Ratio analysis is useful in analyzing revenue and expense account only. क्या सिर्फ ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट रेशियो होता है, या फिर आपने फिक्स्ड असेट टर्नओवर रेशियो भी पढ़ा है, डेट इक्विटी रेशियो भी पढ़ा है? ये तो असेट लायबिलिटी साइड हो गया ना. सो स्टॉक टर्नओवर रेशियो होता है, डेटर टर्नओवर रेशियो होता है, क्रेडिटर टर्नओवर रेशियो होता है. ऑल दीज कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर रेशियो एनालिसिस. So it is not just applicable to revenue expense account, it is also applicable to asset and liability accounts. Reasonableness test rely only on the events of the prior period like other analytical procedure. Reasonableness test में trend analysis के जैसे prior period data थोड़ी यूज करते हैं, यहाँ पे तो कुछ other non financial data या फिर some other financial data we have to basically check the reasonableness of amounts, so it is not related to prior period data unlike trend analysis. The statutory auditor of the company can apply analytical procedure to the standalone financial statements of a company only and not to the consolidated FS. Analytical procedures may be applied to consolidated financial statement, may be applied to items, components of the consolidated FS. ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं apply हो सकता है. So the statement is incorrect. Theoretical questions देखो. The statutory auditor of MNO Limited, CA Kishore, identifies certain inconsistencies while applying analytical procedures to the financial and non-financial data of MNO Limited. What should CA Kishore do in this case with reference to SA 520 on analytical procedure? So you have to investigate the results of the analytical procedure, inquire from the management, obtain some additional audit evidence, perform other audit procedures if required. Clear? While applying the substantive analytical procedures, what techniques can be used by the statutory auditor of a company to obtain SAAE, sufficient appropriate audit evidence? Techniques में क्या क्या आ जाएगा? Trend analysis, ratio analysis, reasonableness test, ठीक है, structural modeling, wherein a statistical model is used for comparison. Okay. Explain how a statutory auditor of a company can apply analytical procedure at the planning phase of an audit. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि analytical procedure सिर्फ field work के time use होते हैं. It is used at the planning stage also. Those of you who have studied SA 520 know this. कि analytical procedure planning phase में भी use किया जाता है. So in case of planning stage, how does it help the auditor? It helps the auditor in identifying the potential risks of misstatements. मटीरियल मिसस्टेटमेंट्स, राइट, कि क्या रिस्क हो सकता है. एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर कंपैरिजन करके क्या फिगर बहुत ज्यादा इंक्रीज हो गया, कहाँ पे अनयूजुअल चेंज दिख रहा है, ठीक है. उसके बाद में इट कैन ऑल्सो बी यूज्ड इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग द एंटिटी. इट कैन बी यूज्ड इन डिटर्मिनिंग द नेचर, एक्सटेंट एंड टाइमिंग ऑफ अदर ऑडिट प्रोसीजर्स, कि हमें सब्सटैंटिव चेकिंग कितनी करनी पड़ेगी, हाउ मच एविडेंस आर वी गेटिंग फ्रॉम एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर्स इटसेल्फ. क्लियर? सो इस तरह से हमारा चैप्टर नंबर 8 का भी डिस्कशन कंप्लीट हो गया. काफ़ी शॉर्ट वीडियोस हैं यहाँ पे जहाँ मैं सिर्फ आपको एडिशनल पोर्शंस डिस्कस कर रही हूँ. फुल लेक्चर्स इफ यू वांट यू कैन अवेल ऑफ आवर फुल कोर्स ऑल्सो. सो दैट्स ऑल विद दिस lecture guys. If you have any queries you can write down in the comment section. I'll get back to you. If you like the video and find it helpful, do share it with your friends and let me know how you feel about these kind of videos so that I can come up with more content for you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day ahead.